Hey everyone, welcome to my channel Utsav and Kala, and this is your crafty host Priyanka. Today we are going to move ahead in our felt flower tutorial series, and we are going to make this beautiful lavender. It's really easy to make, and I think it only takes about 2 or 3 steps and it'll be ready. And look how pretty it looks. And it is really easy to make. So I'll have all the materials for this tutorial in the description as always, and let's get started with our tutorial. The first step in our tutorial is to make this stem. I don't think we can make lavenders without the stem, so you need to make this stem, and I won't be showing the process, but you can go ahead and watch my sunflower tutorial or my tulip tutorial where I have shown how to make this stem. So I've already pre-made this stem here, and the next step here is to take a piece of purple or lavender felt and then cut about 3 inches wide piece of 3 inch in width, and then the length of the felt for the felt. So here I'm cutting the felt. I'm just cutting it randomly. I'm not measuring it, but you can measure if you want to. But 3 inches should be minimum about 3 inches. And we're going to save this scrap piece that came off. Okay, so now that we have the 3-inch felt piece cut, I'm going to start placing some hot glue right at the top. I'm going to do it a little by little, not too much at the same time. And I think my glue gun's giving up because I've been using this for a long time. And then you'll fold the felt in half, and make sure to be careful that you don't touch the hot glue because it is hot. Okay, and then keep adding more glue. And then press it down. And here we have our strip ready. Once we have our strip ready, we need to go ahead and make slits. If you have watched my sunflower video, we made the center in a similar way. If you haven't, you can go ahead and watch that video. I'll have the link in the description for my felt sunflower tutorial. So just make slits at equidistance. About, they should be not like it can never be equal, but it should be similar to each other, and then go about 3/4 in width for the slit. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this offline and then come back and show you the next step. So here I have cut slits throughout the length of the felt, and this is how it looks like. So the next step is to take the scrap piece of felt that we put aside and then cut a thin strip out of it. I don't have a precise size, but as you can see right here, it's really thin strip. The thinner the better. So here I have cut down a strip of felt, and all you need to do now is cut equal length of strips. About 8 to 10 of these small tiny strips of felt. So I have about 6 cut out, and I'm going to cut more offline like these right here. I'm going to cut one more strip, like similar strip, and then cut them in small pieces, and then come back and show you how to put everything together. I have cut these tiny strips from lavender felt, and I've cut a lot more than I really need, probably 8 or 10 maximum 12, but I just cut a lot depending on how I feel. So I can always go ahead and use the rest onto a different project. So here I have cut them. The next step is to take the stem and take a strip, felt strip, and place hot glue on the bottom part of the strip, and then place the stem onto the hot glue right here. Then take another strip and then follow the same procedure. Place some hot glue at the bottom of the strip and then stick it on the other side of the stem right here. So it looks something like this on the top right here, if you can see. Then you'll keep repeating the step. What you'll do is, I'll show you a couple more and then I'll do everything offline and then come back and show you how it looks like. So take a third strip and place some glue and then go a little bit down, but not too much. Half of the third strip should be covering the first strip, so stick it onto the stem and then keep repeating and going in rounds. So take another strip and place some hot glue right here and then place the stem onto the felt, something like that. And then you can fan it out so it looks as if the petals are flying out. So I'm going to go ahead and finish attaching all the strips to the stem and then come back and show you the next step. I've attached all the strips that I wanted to the stem, and I used about 12. So 10 to 12 strips is enough. You don't really need that much. Then the next step is to take this strip of felt that we cut slits onto, and all you're going to do is place some hot glue at the bottom right here, a little bit, not too much. Don't go all the way down, just start off by little, and then place the stem onto the hot glue and then start rolling it. So when you make one round, then you want to go down in diagonal and keep pressing it so that everything sticks to the stem. Add more glue down here. And then you will go in a diagonal position, but you will still attach a little bit to the felt on top. Then go down right here. I hope you see this. I'm not getting a proper hold of it if I don't do it properly. And then go round, and then again when you come back to this position, add more glue and then go diagonal towards, go in this way down here. I'm just going to show you. I'm going to show you how to do it without adding more glue, but you'll just keep adding glue and going. So you take one round, then go down in diagonal position. So here I'm back at the original position. Here I will go back down in the diagonal position, and make sure that you're covering up the previous layer of felt and none of the stem is showing. And then when I make the whole round, I'll come back here, and then again when I reach on my side, I'll go back down in diagonal right here. So I'm going to keep doing that till I reach the end of the strip. Let me go ahead and finish this offline, and then I'll come back and show you how it looks like. I have gone ahead and attached the whole strip of felt to the stem, and this is how it looks like. To give it a slimmer look, always press it upwards and not downwards, because then it'll not look cute and it'll not look proper. Lavender is always upward and slender, so if it's ruffled, just make it go upwards and it'll become proper again. So the next step is to take a piece of green felt, and we don't need a big piece, just a little bit of green felt. what we're going to do is we're going to make a star, a really small star, and I'm just going to cut it off randomly. I'm not going to draw any star on it, but if you feel uncomfortable, you can always draw the star and then cut it out, but I'm just going to freehand it. I'm really not going to be like so picky about the shape. How it looks like. And then what we're going to do is we are going to fold it in half and make a tiny slit. Be careful you don't cut off the whole star. Sometimes I do that when I'm just not looking, paying attention, watching TV while making flowers. I'm not paying attention, and I will cut the whole cut it off completely, and it'll be in 2 pieces. So next we're going to pour this star that we have cut out through the stem of the flower, and then we'll apply hot glue right at the base here. If you can see, if the camera is picking up. And make sure you do not apply the glue to the calyx. You always apply it to the base of the flower, and then just press it down onto the hot glue. Okay, so it sticks to the flower. And now these petals that are flying off, I'm just going to place the hot glue on the edges and stick it to the flower. Here our lavender is complete, and this is how it looks like. I have made one more, and as you can see, this one's a little bit skinnier than this one, but as I mentioned, I'm always do everything freehand. I don't measure anything, so it is always going to be different, but if you measure it, it will come out almost similar, but it cannot be exactly the same. So these are my lavenders, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. Share this video with your friends and family, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel for more fun and crafty tutorials. Also, do not forget to watch all my previous felt flower videos, starting with the sunflowers right here. And then the next one I have was the daisy. And then the tulips that I made, that I uploaded a couple of days ago. And finally, the lavender video that we are doing, lavender tutorial that we are doing today. So here are all my flowers. I hope the camera is picking up. I don't know. I just decided to do this randomly, so I don't know if all of it is picking up by the camera. But please do watch all my felt flower tutorials, and many more flowers are coming up in this felt flower tutorial. So so stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye.